job! High five. Yeah.
Today we're going to talk about the Slingshot helmets from Giro.
So, as a parent, one of the first things that I'm concerned with when I'm getting my daughter into some new activity like cycling or even hiking, or in this case skiing and snowboarding, is safety. You know, there's no reason for her to have to go out like I did back in the 80s and kind of try to, it's a trial and error, am I going to crash and bust my head open type thing, so why not really make her safe? And the fact that Giro is such a well-established brand, especially in the cycling helmet market, you know, it really gave me a lot of confidence in purchasing this product. While being a relative newcomer to the snow helmet game, Giro, with its pedigree of being such a well-established cycling brand, has really made a pretty big impact, and it's one of the helmets that you see the most on the slopes these days. With the Slingshot, Giro is bringing a polycarbonate shell and its impact-absorbing foam together with in-mold construction. This is going to allow for a more cohesive unit and also extremely lightweight without sacrificing on the construction or safety. Coming in two sizes, extra small and medium/large, the Slingshot's fit system is further enhanced by its in-form fit system right here. It's basically the same thing as the cycling crank-down system on the back, and it really helps to lock little heads in. There's enough play to really give it enough room for a winter hat to be worn if necessary because of the temperature. The in-form fit system offers up to 6 centimeters of total play, which is nice again for that hat, but also for goggles if you need to adjust the helmet back or forward a little bit. But it doesn't sacrifice on covering the entirety of the skull all the way down to the base. The Slingshot also has what they call 4 super cool vents, to here, to here. Those are going to keep temperature regulated inside the head. It's also got a really cushy, nice, soft, plush interior, as well as some pretty generous ear flaps. The straps that you can see here are pretty much identical to a cycling strap. They have 3-point attachment, 3-point adjustment, one here, and then one here on each side to fit the widest variety of heads, and again, over top of hats and things like that that may also be worn under a snow helmet. One other feature for our losing things prone children is the helmet retention strap right here. It simply snaps off, you put the goggle in, it snaps back on. Kids can flap the goggles on the back of the head, they're not going to lose them. There's a very good reason this is here on this helmet and on adults. We all tend to lose things, so why sacrifice? So when we saw this helmet, the first thing that my daughter saw was pink and monkey. What color is it?
Pink.
What does it have on it?
A monkey.
Do you love it?
Yes.
First thing that I saw was that it's Giro. It's a really quality brand with a good history, and it's safe. So one of the first things I'd like to point out is its weight. Now, oftentimes it seems that with a lot of gear, the kids' gear is much more heavy than the adult gear. For instance, my daughter's little 12-inch wheeled Princess bike probably outweighs my road bike, which is a size large of 58, by, I want to say, a solid 4 or 5 pounds. I mean, it's really impressive. And a lot of times that carries across many other mediums because, again, kids aren't going to be so wrapped up in how much things weigh, but as parents, it's our job to make sure that we're not harming our kids by being complacent about how much things weigh. In the case of this, you've got a helmet sitting on top of a little neck that is still developing, and so I was really, really appreciative of the light weight of this. I've seen a lot of kind of budget, lower-end cycling helmets and things like that that offer quite a bit. They're very protective, but they also are very heavy. And so that's really going to, over the period of time, going to stress that neck. And it's going to ultimately wind up with some really, really pissy kids. And we don't want to have kids in a bad mood. That just compounds everything for everyone. Is it nice and light?
Yeah.
In terms of safety, the Slingshot is certified everywhere that it should be, both in Europe and the United States. I am curious to see how this helmet and helmets like it are going to change in the next few years with things like MIPS, multi-directional impact protection systems, which basically means that there's an inner shell and an outer shell. And these are to protect not just against blunt impact injuries, but also the rotational forces that actually tend to be the source of most injuries. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to adapt this system to that system and keep the weight down and keep it still practical for a kid to have one of these. Comfort and warmth. You know, my daughter wore this outside while learning to ski. We wore it sledding a few times because she really likes to wear it. She actually tried to wear it a couple times when it was slightly warmer out when she was getting on her bicycle, and that's totally fine. Is it warm?
Yes.
Does it keep your ears warm when you're snowboarding?
Yeah!
It keeps her very, very warm. There were a couple times where we were well below or right around 0 where I did consider putting an extra hat up there, and we did actually a couple times. But in general, she stayed very warm. Personal pet peeve of mine, because I have gigantic ears, is the ears being cold. These ear pads here, ear flaps, you may be able to see, are plenty thick, offer plenty of protection down onto the cheek. One thing that I did notice that happened on one side of the ear pad here is that it kind of pulled out of the helmet frame a little bit. Not such a huge deal. This lip fits right back up underneath there, but kids don't notice those things all the time. So if you're a parent and you've got one of these, be sure that that's not slipping out of there and allowing in any extra cold air that's going to make your ears freeze. Overall, the Slingshot from Giro is a really great beginner helmet for your beginner skier or snowboarder, and it's going to last more than 1 year, depending on where your child's growth is when you buy it. Now, the price is really nice. In fact, on Amazon right now, you can find it for as low as $28. So it's certainly something that's well worth keeping your kid protected for such a little cost.
Thank you for watching this episode of Gearist TV.
Say, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Turn it off.
Okay. I know it's hard to follow up a cute kid with me, but thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Gearist TV. Please click over to Gearist.com and take a look around that site, see what we've got going on. And please, you're about to see that subscribe button, so subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you, so let us know what's up. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Gearist TV. Please click on over to find us at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And while you're here, please click on that beautiful blue subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.